The Man Who Married with a Grain of Millet. A young man was on his way to Seoul to take a civil service examination. As it got dark, he decided to spend the night at an inn next to the road. When he entered the inn, the young man called the innkeeper. Then he took a grain of millet out of his pocket and handed it to the innkeeper.
Ma'am, I have a favor. This grain of millet is something I always carry around. Please take care of this and return it to me tomorrow.
The innkeeper looked at the young man and thought,
What kind of man is this?
Told him.
Fine, I will.
She took the grain of millet, but threw it away without a second thought. The next day, the young man asked for his grain of millet.
Please give me the grain of millet I gave you last night.
The innkeeper was dumbfounded, so she just pretended to look for it and told the young man,
I guess a rat ate the grain of millet. I cannot find it.
When the innkeeper said this carelessly, the young man got very angry at the innkeeper.
What? I told you it wasn't important grain of millet. But you let the rat eat it? I told you to keep it safe for me.
The young man was outraged and shouted at the innkeeper.
You are one weird man. What can I do about a grain of millet that a rat has already eaten? If you need it so bad, just take a handful of millet.
The innkeeper said at a loss of words, but the young man did not listen at all.
I do not need any of your millet. I need my precious grain of millet.
And said,
If the rat ate it, bring me the rat. I won't move until you do so.
As the young man insisted, the innkeeper caught a rat for the young man. The young man received the rat and started off to Seoul again. After walking all day long, he decided to stay at another inn. Just like the previous night, he called the innkeeper and told him,
Please take good care of this rat and return it to me when I leave. This is a special rat to me, so take good care of it, please.
And gave the rat to the innkeeper. The next morning, the young man asked the innkeeper for his rat.
A cat devoured the rat.
The innkeeper just said that and didn't give the rat. The young man got angry again and said,
What? I told you it was important rat, but you'd let the cat eat it? I told you to keep it safe for me.
Once again, the innkeeper gave the rat to the young man. The young man once again set off to Seoul and stayed at another inn. When he left the cat with the innkeeper, the cat was killed by the horse in the barn.
What? I told you it was an important cat, but you let it get killed by the horse. I told you to keep it safe for me. Give me the horse, or I will sue you.
The young man turned on the innkeeper with rage. The dumbfounded innkeeper argued with the man, but he could not persuade the young man. She gave his horse to the young man in the end. Riding the horse, the young man headed for Seoul. At another inn, the horse was killed by the cow, which rammed the horse.
It killed my precious horse? Then give it the bull that killed my horse.
The young man rode the bull instead of the horse to Seoul. Soon he entered the castle gate and left the bull in an inn nearby. Next morning, the innkeeper came over to him with a concerned face and said,
Sir, my son accidentally sold the bull of yours to the ministers, mistaken with another bull. What should we do? Would you like to take the other bull instead?
Infuriated, the young man said,
What? How could you sell such a precious bull? If the minister bought the bull, bring him here right away.
The young man was firm in his order no matter how the innkeeper tried to persuade him. So the innkeeper went to the minister's house and told him what had happened. The minister replied, "Ha, what a strange young man. He does not seem like an ordinary person. Let him come over to my place instead." The young man got into the minister's grand mansion. He spoke confidently in front of the minister.
Now that I've come, give me my bull.
"I cannot give the bull to you since we ate it already. What should we do?"
If you cannot give me the bull, I will have to take the people who ate the bull with me.
The minister was dumbfounded, but he liked the young man's remarkable spirit. So he let out a hearty laugh and said, "It's difficult to give you a person instead of a bull. Come in and let's have supper. Just stay here and prepare for the civil service examination." From then on, the young man stayed in the minister's house. As expected, the intelligent young man passed the civil service examination. In the end, the minister wed the young man to his daughter.